What do you think about the car?
I just love it. It's got a lot of thrust. It's just very powerful. It's great.
Welcome to my Car and Train channel. Today we are going to tour and test drive completely this Dodge Challenger. We have been driving it for about 3 days in the Las Vegas area, so we are able to give you a lot of information about this car. So let's make first an outside tour of the car. It has a very aggressive body style, sporty one, which is the purpose of this car, which has an output of about 400 horsepower. The fuel tank lid, with its racing shape, is one of the very visible outside features. It has, some might say, a badass shape. Everything seems very aggressive, and the black paint is a huge contribution to the outside feeling of the car. So this model is the Challenger RT. Let's look at the inside. A fairly sleek and clean dashboard. I think that the white background on the tachymeter and the RPM and the temperature make it sporty. You have your typical command on the steering wheel. Here is the cruise control. On the other side you have what is dealing with the phone and the volume and some of the display in the computer system. Your typical knob here for the lights, automatic, shut down, and then the normal the 1 and 2 position for the front lights. Here the windows, they are both automatic. Let's try them. Yes, it goes down all the way down, and then it goes up manually actually. One of the interesting things still with the steering wheel is the automatic shifter and the manual pad. You are going to see when I go in a manual mode, it goes from I need to go back in neutral and then drive, and then I can go manual, and here I am in first gear, and I allow first and second, and then I can go back in neutral and then in drive. Okay, so the plus on the right side and the minus on the left side. The shifter is here in the middle, very conventional. Here I am in drive, and then I can play on the side minus or plus. Very simple radio with the phone and the Bluetooth function. Very minimum, there is no navigation system in this car. The rear is not roomy at all, especially when you look at the leg space. So it's more for teenager or young kid. It's not a car for adults. And the other point, which is, part of the design of the coupe, as you can see, the rear vision, the rear side vision is completely encumbered. It's encumbered by the rear pillar of the car. So very poor vision. You need to be very careful when you maneuver and you are going backwards, especially exiting a parking spot. The engine is just asking to go high in RPM. Here is the beast, a 5.7 liter V8 engine. As you can see, it's very compact under the hood. A little bit difficult to work yourself on the engine. I'm showing you the different elements, but I assume that most of you will not work directly in your engine bay. I'm sure you can hear the noise coming from the exhaust after pushing hard on the engine. Another of the sporty features is the way you start the engine. You press the brake pedal and then you push the button to start. And to kill the engine, you depress the button again. Here you have the sports mode. And this button is to remove the ABS. This is the sunglasses holder. And here is the rear light. As I close the door, it dims down. What do you think? Is it the same style? Which one is the most aggressive? Here is a view of the trunk loaded with luggage. As you can see, we have 5 pieces of luggage and we could easily put another big one. So kudos for the trunk, which has huge capacity even though it's a coupe body. The critique that we always have when the ledge is fairly high is that unfortunately you kind of damage the rear spoiler while loading your heavy piece of luggage. But overall I would put a 9 out of 10 on the quality of the trunk.